Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the fuel injectors on your Dodge Neon. Now this would apply to any of the second generation Neons, whether it be the 2001 to 2005, regardless of whether it's the SE, SXT, or the SRT. It's all pretty much the same. Let's go ahead and get started. Looking here under the hood of the Neon, this is your fuel rail here. These are your fuel injectors. You have the four here, and then this is your fuel line. Now, if you're one of the lucky winners like I am, and you have a newer Neon, this is a 2005. I believe the 2004s and the 2005s, they did away with the Schrader valve. Normally, you would have the Schrader valve on the end of the fuel rail. You could just undo that and push the Schrader valve in to release any of the pressure. We don't have that here, so I'm going to have to remove the fuel line itself in order to bleed the line and release the pressure so we can take the fuel rail off and then get these injectors switched out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll show you how to do that, and then we can move on to the next part. To complete this, the only items you're going to need some kind of a wrench or a socket to remove your battery. So whatever size you need for your battery, you'd have to use that. Next, you're going to need a 1/2 inch socket along with a ratchet. If you have an extension, that helps, but it's not really required. Also, you're going to need some kind of a rag so we can kind of put that around to capture any fuel that's going to come out when we release the fuel pressure out of the fuel line. So you'll need that. And then last but not least, you'll need your fuel injectors. These particular ones here I got online. They're remanufactured, which is what I always use because you can get the good brands for a fraction of the price, but they're remanufactured. They've been tested. They work great. So I'll put that across the bottom. You always want to go ahead and disconnect your battery. So let's go ahead and take that off. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this fuel line. And first we're going to push these two clips in here, one on each side, push that in so we can raise that. Now that we have it loose, we're going to take our rag, put it here so we're not spraying gas all over the place. If you want to see how to check fuel pressure on a vehicle such as this or any other one that doesn't have a Schrader valve, you can check out my link above on how to check fuel pressure on a car that does not have a Schrader valve, because at that rate you would have to tap into the fuel line itself. So now that we have that off, we can lift this up, cover that. There we go. And that will also bleed that out, take the pressure off. So now the fuel rail is completely clear. We can just take these two 1/2 inch bolts off here, and then the fuel rail will then come out. So let's go ahead and unplug all of the fuel injectors so we can get ready to take that off. Now to release these plugs from the injectors themselves, you have these little red locks here. You want to go ahead and lift that up. You'll hear it clip up, and then you can just pull that off, and that's it. So let's go ahead and do the rest of these, and we'll be right back. All right, now that we have them all unplugged here, let's go ahead and remove these so we can then pull this fuel rail out and get the injectors swapped out. Now that we've removed them, we can remove the fuel rail. You want to pull it out gently, and the injectors will pop right out. Sometimes you gotta wiggle these out. There you go. Got it out right there. These are our fuel injectors here. Still a little bit of fuel on the rail. There we go. But this is everything here. So let's go ahead and pop this off here. This clip right here, we're going to take that off, that way we can get the rail completely off. All right, here's our injectors. Here, they're, you know what this is. Get the fuel out of there, dump it into this rag. There we go. I don't want that spilling all over the place. There we go. Next thing we have these clips. This is what's holding the injectors on. We're gonna have to pop these off. You don't want to lose them, but you just kind of move them slowly and they'll work their way off. Right there. That's one. Let's go ahead and take the rest of them off. And then once they're off, then you can pretty much just take the fuel injector off, kind of work it out. You have a ring, a little O-ring holding it in. But you just got to take your time patiently. You don't want to break anything, and just pop them off of there. So I'm going to go ahead and release the rest of these, and then we'll be ready to come back and pop these off. I went ahead and removed all of the clips here. I already pulled one off, but we'll do the next one here. Just want to give it a good pull, because you do have, like I mentioned, that O-ring holding it in. But there you go. Pop that off. Then we'll come here, pop the next one off. Give it a nice little pull. Actually put that down. Whoops, and that came off in there. We'll get the needle nose to pop that off. Get that out of there. And then now we have the last one here. Same thing, just kind of work that off. And here it comes. Here we go. So now that they're all off, we're gonna get ready to put the new ones in and then put everything back together. Here's the fuel injectors that we removed. You can see they're not as bad as I was expecting, but they're still old. These are the original ones from 2005, so they've been on there for a while. These are the new ones here, the remanufactured ones. Now, one thing I failed to mention is that you will need some kind of penetrating oil or some kind of oil to lubricate the O-rings to put the new ones in. In this case, the company I bought them from, they already have them in a bag with oil already on them, so they're good to go. But if not, then you will need to oil them up. But here's the new one here. You can see it compared to what was taken off. These are really good ones. I'll get a close-up of them for you, see if we can get an inside shot as well. Here's a close-up. The one here on the right is the new one. This is the one that came off the vehicle. You can see it's a lot cleaner. You can see there on the inside of the new one, all nice and clear. Nice clear path, and I'll show you the one that we took off so you can see the difference. Here's the one that was taken off. You can see inside it's definitely got some obstruction, some gunk in there. It's not clear and clean like the new one that we just looked at. Let's see if I can get a shot in there. See there? And here's the spraying end. You can see there the 4 holes, nice and clear. Right there. And then here's the spraying side. Actually, that doesn't look bad at all, but if it's being blocked on the inside, then this doesn't really mean a thing. But there's the other end. This is the one that came off the vehicle. Now we're gonna put the new injectors in. As mentioned already, these are already oiled, so they're nice and lubricated, so you don't have to worry about that. But you're basically just gonna take them, you're gonna just push them in, kind of work them in there. Let's see here. Want to make sure that they go all the way in and clip in. There we go. Nice and in. And you want to see how it's slotted right there. That needs to be facing forward, so that way when the clips go on, it can slide right around that. So there you go. You want to make sure that the plug is facing towards the brackets here where it mounts, because that's where the plugs are going to be going in. So that's nice and in place, locked in, nice and solid. Let's go ahead and load the other ones in so we can put this back together. So put that on there, kind of wiggle it in to get that O-ring fully in. There we go. clip that. You'll hear it. There we go. Clipped in. So that one's good there. So I'm going to go ahead and put the other ones in, and then we'll be able to put this fuel rail back in. So let's see, we do the next one here. Kind of work that in. That's where having them lubricated comes in handy, because they slide in better. There we are. Okay, another one in. And now the last one, we'll go ahead and pop that in here. Now that all the fuel injectors are on, what we're going to do is we're going to take these clips that we took off. You want to put them on this side here. So they're going to go on this back side, and you'll see the slots right there. They slide right into those slots, and you just clip them in, and they lock, they hold them in place. I'm going to go ahead and clip the other ones in, and we'll be right back. You can see the little slots there on each side of the injectors right there. This clip slides right in there like that, and there it is, all clipped on. That's how it looks. And then on this side you have it coming through like right here. Now that we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and reconnect these. Just go ahead and feed these right through. Just these little clips. There we are. Do this one here, since that holds the harnesses together. Good. Now we're ready to slide these in, but before we do, we need to clean in here. Let's get a close-up. Here's where the injectors go, here, 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 and right over here. Now, as you can see, that all that dirt and debris, we don't want that getting in there. So I'm going to go ahead and clean all that out before we put the new ones in. That way none of that slides in. Next, we're going to slide the injectors in with the whole fuel rail. Give a good push. There we go. You're going to go down and do that to all of them. Make sure that they're all nicely tight and locked in. All of these have been put in, nice and tight, sealed in. Now we're ready to put these 1/2-inch bolts back in, so we'll hand tighten them. There we go. Hand tighten this one, and then we'll come back with the ratchet and give the final tightening on these things. And then we'll connect the fuel line to it, reconnect the battery, and we'll be good to go and try it out. Nice and tight. Now we're going to take these harnesses, put them back on. Make sure you push the red tabs down to lock them. Lock that on. Got that. Lock that. And lock that. So everything is nice and tight and secure. All this looks good and solid. Now we're going to go ahead and connect fuel line back on. And this is very easy. You just want to make sure that that clips through right here. So we'll push that down. Nice. Nice and locked on. Solid. Let's reconnect the battery and give it a start up and see how it goes. Let's go ahead and give it a start to let the fuel kind of get circulating through. Sounding great. Once we got everything funneling through there, everything is now flowing good. Sounds really good. I'm going to take it for a spin out on the road, see how the performance is on that compared to what it was before. Okay, well, the car's running great. Everything is perfect. That wraps up this video on how to replace the fuel injectors on your Dodge Neon. I hope this video was informative for you. I hope it helped you out. Please send me any questions, any comments. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate all the support. I'm constantly posting new videos each week, so I would appreciate if you would like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.